This was not part of today's plan. Going spraying up north. I left the sprayer there last night. I did 4 tanks yesterday. Trying to get as much desiccated as I can before the combine start rolling. Just an unreal week weather-wise. Hot and not a breath of wind. New tank's been really good on the front there. It's the same length and width of the last tank, just like 20 inches higher, so it fit the plumbing really well and gives us one more spare tank of capacity. So that's been working pretty good actually. Just moving the water trailer to the other end because I'm done all this south stuff. This is the best spraying in the hills and trees. It's too easy when it's the flat land. Do 2 tanks in the morning here, and then maybe 2 tanks in the evening. Shut down just after lunch and start back up around 5 o'clock. That's what I did yesterday. Just too hot to spray in the middle of the day. This field was sprayed yesterday. Here L340. Got a lot of that. I think it's plenty ripe. Look, all these seeds are black here. Some green, but even the green pods, those seeds are starting to change color. Book says 65 to 80% seed color change, so I think we're there. This will dry down long before we get here with the combines. Let's go! Just trails everywhere up here. We'll see a moose later. They'll pop out of the bush. Round up in heat. 40-acre rate of heat. Dry this down. Took the crop dividers off for canola. Just haven't had any luck with them on in canola. Here you might get away with it because it's an average stand, only a 40 bushel crop, and it would probably divide this. But once we get further south, it is a lot heavier. We're thinking 50, and with the heavy stand, the canopy lays over, and there's just no way the dividers were gonna get through that. They plow, and then they just trip forward, and then you're just plowing canola, and then the plants fall off in big clumps. So also we broke one bolt, the safety bolt that holds them in there, and just thought take them off for the canola. Screw it, they're pretty good for the wheat, then we don't have to worry about them. And I was always watching them, and they just keep tripping and plowing, and yeah, I don't know, I just see some guys have them on for their canola, and maybe they're adjusted better than us, but yeah, just took them off. This is the bolt that broke. There's the big pin here that holds the divider on, but then there's a safety pin here, and that bolt broke out. So we just took them all off. This is what this field map looks like. I know it's not that crazy compared to some people, but this is probably our craziest one. That quarter section's a good one. The hailstorm hit us pretty good. 80% of us, I'd say. It didn't hit up here. This is the northernmost field. But yeah, probably 80% of us. Light damage, maybe 5 to 10 bushels. It's hard to say. The hail insurance is coming out tomorrow. So just light damage, but when it hits almost every acre, those bushels add up. A lot of weed on the ground, kernels on the ground, weed heads on the ground, plants broken over, canola pods on the ground. Just driving by on the road, you wouldn't really think that the field is too damaged, but once you walk in it and start looking, there's quite a bit there. So just a crazy storm. Probably hundreds of thousands of acres it hit. The cell was supposed to be like a couple 100 kilometers wide. Usually the storms hit like in a narrow strip. You just get a couple fields that get dinged, but no, it got us pretty good. There were some pretty big stones falling from the sky. Just made my way to the truck, done my second tank. Time to shut down. It's 12:30. It's getting close to 30 degrees. This is the first desiccated wheat field. That was a Monday. 9 days it's been. Starting to turn a little crispy. Looks close. So what Grandpa Ronnie would do, shove them in your mouth, give them a bite, guess the moisture, and he wouldn't be very far off. I don't have that skill. 17, 18, still. A couple more days. Well, that was rude. Someone thought his truck was gonna get stuck, so drove in the wheat. Like I drive a Dodge or what? Not sure how we're gonna get semis in and out of here loaded. This water's been sitting here all summer. The south end of this field was riper. Check the moisture here. Yep. Drier here. 15, 16. It's close. And we're dripping. Where are we dripping here? What did I hit now? I didn't even hit anything. But being the end nozzle, hit something. Stop my pump so there's no pressure there. Gear up. Tough walking through this stuff. It's hard on the old hips. It's cracked. It's cracked. Right in there. Right in there. I probably hit something. I don't know if I think I have one somewhere, not with me. I might have to drip for this tank. It's getting applied somehow. Moose! Baby moose! We're gonna reach our goal. 4 tanks and a moose. I didn't think it was gonna happen. There. This was not part of today's plan. Buried it. It looks like I'm in the middle of the slough, but it's really just the edge. I didn't think it was this wet. It is the end of August. But yeah, that's wet. 500 gallons in the tank. So I'm not right full. I mean, I'm under half full, and usually I can go through quite a bit of stuff, but yeah. Yeah. The Versatile is on its way. Had to make the call. But he'll be an hour. Close to an hour away. And I'm in the middle of the field. So it'll make a mess. It'll make a mess trying to get to me. There he is. Help has arrived. She's just gonna have to drive over the canola. Gonna be in crop insurance yet. Well, at least he found me. I'm in the bottom of a hollow. I think he knew which one I was talking about. So I'm in the middle of the field right in the big slough. Come on, Verse. There we go, Verse. Come on, Verse. My back end is still, I'm still plowing. You can feel it. Keep going, keep going. Get me out of here. We're out. We are out. And we're gonna finish this tank because that was part of today's plan. You saw the moose. And we're not gonna ruin the original plan. So we're finishing this tank. I don't have that many passes left. Dad's gonna stay in sight. We are finishing this field. Might as well finish her up here. Only have 8 passes left. This is the last field of our north stuff, and then we're moving home, so I didn't want to run back up here and finish it in the morning and then move. Might as well finish it now. I'm sure I don't go in any more danger areas. Dad's on the road just in case. The lights look really bright. They're like oh, there's the truck. Oh man, lights are brighter on the camera than in real life here. It's tough to see. Positives: didn't need to dump the tank. Usually, well, sometimes you have to do that just because it's too much weight. Dad was gonna bring the Massey because it was just hooked onto the auger, and you had to unhook the disc from the Versatile. And I said, I don't know if the Massey's gonna do it, which it wouldn't have. And good thing the crop dividers were off, because those back ones probably would have been a little bent up if they were still there. Thanks for watching. Glad you stuck to the end to watch the good part. Next video will be combining.